you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys,
Shelley Winter Show. Live, local, topical, and relevant. So they unsealed the documents. Talking about, it's funny. We've been talking about the Bad Bunny halftime show, Carlin, and people can't understand the words. The only words we know to that song is bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Other than that, we don't know any of the words to that song. Nobody, not even Will Smith and Martin Lawrence ever knew the words to that song. Oh, man. Anyway, I got sidetracked. So we finally unsealed the documents in a Fulton County, the affidavit, right, for the warrant. And so it's interesting. So let me read to you. This is from our own AJC. Georgia State University law professor, they quote Clark Cunningham, right? Georgia State University law professor. He reviewed this affidavit, this warrant affidavit for the AJC. He says there's nothing but suspicion and conjecture. There's nothing in this affidavit that's evidence that any particular person acted with criminal intent. So I read it myself and I looked through it, and so the allegations we've heard before, right? So for instance, Fulton County admitted that it does not have scanned ballot images for all of its 528,777 ballots. That right there is a problem. Like I don't care whether you believe the skeptics, what they're now calling election skeptics, whether you believe them or not, the fact that you don't have a scanned image of every vote or ballot cast in Fulton County, it's a problem. Like, let's start there. That's a problem. Now, I don't know if it amounts to criminal behavior, but it's a problem. I couldn't imagine if this were, I don't know, Stacey Abrams' election with Brian Kemp and, call a county, Rabun County, had 50,000 ballots, but not all of them had scanned images. I couldn't imagine any Democrat being for that. But let me go on. The county has admitted, meaning Fulton County, has admitted some ballots were scanned multiple times. Oh, the county has admitted they've been scanned multiple times. Oh, okay. We should. Listen, I just want to talk to you about these issues, and I want to ask, and I'll ask the question: like, who would not have a problem with this? During a hand recount of every ballot cast, tallies for ballots were inconsistent with the actual votes within each ballot. So they had a hand recount. We had Janelle King on the phone with us last week when the FBI first did the raid, and she talked about this. They had 3 hand counts, and they were off each time from the number that was on the machine. 3 times, not once, 3 times. Election observers reported spotting ballots that had never been creased or folded, meaning it's just a piece of paper. So you have a ballot, you mail it out, it's folded, you unfold it, you write your name, you write your vote, you put your vote in there, you sign your name, you fold it back and send it in. It should be creased. They had ballots that had no creases in it. It's just hilarious to me that people are still acting like this doesn't mean anything. Like the Georgia law professor Clark Cunningham, who said this is nothing but suspicion and conjecture. Well, of course it's suspicion and conjecture. Let's start with the first thing. 528,777 ballots. You don't have scanned ballot images for all 528,777. Well, that's a problem. Why isn't that not seen as a problem? It would be seen as a problem if it was a Democrat making the complaint. During a machine recount, the county reported more than 17,000 fewer ballots counted than the original tally. Oh, but Trump only needed 11. Let me put it to you like this. You're in a marriage. All right? Now, if you're listening to me right now, you're the woman, you're the wife. If you're the man, you're the husband, right? You're in a marriage. And your husband never or your wife never wears scents, perfume, cologne. All of a sudden, they start leaving the house with cologne or perfume on. It's suspicion that you would have. On those particular days, they leave the house with perfume or cologne on, which they never did before, and they happen to work late that night. All the time they wear. It's suspicion. It's conjecture when you start to think, I wonder what honey's doing. I wonder what my husband's doing. It's suspicion. It's all suspicion. Why would you say it's only suspicion and conjecture? That's all it is. When a prosecutor gets a warrant for a case, it's suspicion. That person is alleged to have committed a crime. And we suspicion that you committed this crime. Very rarely do they have the fingerprints, the murder weapon, the body, all of this stuff all wrapped up in one bow. You got to prove that. I mean, this is nuts to me. It's absolutely nuts. Listen to this. For example, investigators, this is an affidavit. Investigators confirmed Fulton County double scanned more than 3,000 ballots during the recount. Listen to this. They could not confirm the ballots were counted twice. Though election skeptics, this is where they stick in this, though election skeptics believe they were. But if you can't confirm the ballots were counted twice, then you can't tell me they weren't. It's just, I mean, it's just unbelievable to me. Good for them. They unsealed it. I'm glad I saw this. I'm glad you unsealed the warrant, the affidavit, the warrant. I'm glad you did. Now I know. Now I know what you're looking for. And it's all, yes, attorney, a law professor, Clark Cunningham. Yes, it is all suspicion and conjecture. Yes, I'm very suspicious. When you tell me you don't have a scanned ballot image for 520, all 528, 777 ballots, I am suspicious. Sorry. And I would have been suspicious if it was Stacey Abrams versus Brian Kemp, by the way. It's a Shelley Winter Show. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. We'll be right back.